Hi guys, this is Cece here from Cece Sharing Space. In this space, we share views and information on self-development and relationship building. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification button and to receive notifications for the new videos. And also, don't forget to click on the like button. Enjoy, thank you. Welcome guys once again to my channel, and today I'd like to speak about a topic called the stages of a relationship. Relationships are like everything else in life, have stages. There's the beginning stage, and then there's the middle stage if you decide to stay in the relationship, and then maybe there's the end stage at the end, right? However, there is a specific sequence of way relationships go. So when you in a relationship, you experience different things within this relationship. So I will start by starting with the first stage, which is called the merging stage. When you come together, when you first meet, maybe you're in the street or in the mall or wherever you are, and you set your eyes on that person, and the next minute you just want to be with that person. Your heart starts pounding, your hormones basically take over. Your mind is somewhere else. You're now very excited about this person that you've seen. It's all about attraction. It's all about physical attraction that then eventually accounts to sexual attraction, male and female, and male to male relationships, or female to female relationships. When we first see somebody, it's all about the person's looks. It's all about how that person acts, the way that person dresses. It's all about all the outside qualities of that person. So that part is very powerful because we go through a certain um, hormonal process where we're now controlled by our hormones. Some people call it different names. However, it can be infatuation. When you first meet somebody, you don't know the person, but you're just overtaken by all your emotional feelings when you see that person, when the person smiles at you, when the person holds your hand or even greets you. You feel very excited. That's the first stage of a relationship, when we first meet the person and then we decide to be in that relationship. At that time now, it's still exciting, it's still new, it's still fresh. The relationship is so fantastic. Now, unfortunately, people make the decisions to become committed to that person at this specific stage. People will say, I want to marry you, I want to spend my whole life with you. Not giving it time for that initial process to move forward and you to get to know the person. However, that's why there's so many divorces, because of that whole concept of people just jumping in straight away without getting to know the person and let the hormonal what you call balances go down and level down. Okay, so now you're all excited, you with the person. They call it the honeymoon stage, or you can call it the merging stage. Now the honeymoon stage is quite exciting because this is when people are very physical in the relationship. There's a lot of sex in the relationships because people just want to be physical with that person, want to kiss that person, want to touch that person. It's very physical part of our relationships. Then later on, as time goes by, we have the second stage, which is called the doubt and denial under the power struggle now. At this stage now, you're now dating for this person or for maybe like over 2 years now. You're dating for over 2 years. Your sex life have kind of settled down. You're no more jumping on each other like rabbits. You are now getting to know each other. Now you actually can sit down across this table and not just want to have sex. You see, this is the part of the stage now where you really now getting to know that person. You're now with that person, and the hormonal influence in your relationship and your attraction is now, it's waned down. Now you're speaking more, you're asking more questions about his family, her family, about his past, about what he wants in life. You can now think things straight. It's not about the physical focus that we had before. It's now about getting to know that person out of the sexual or physical attraction arena. Now, we get to find a point where people now start realizing that this person is not who I expected they are different. They're now showing all the traits that I don't really like. And I say to people, and even to that person, that guy or girl, you have changed. You're not the same person that you were before. This is a normal thing. It happens all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Girl or guy, you're not the same person anymore. You have changed. Now you realize that you go into some sort of denial. You're now doubting this thing. You're doubting this relationship. In most cases, or maybe in some cases, it's a bit too late in a sense, because now you're now committed. You moved in. You're closed in. You're engaged if you're not even really married. Because people tend to make the mistake of getting married within those 2 years of meeting each other, right? If you don't realize that when you're in a relationship, that this is a long-term thing. If you don't want a long-term relationship, you shouldn't be committing in that 2 year period. You need to just enjoy the relationship and let your partner know that you're not into anything that's long-term. You're not thinking or envisioning marriage and kids and a white picket fence, as they say, right? So most cases people don't do that. They go into it full blown and they think, wonderful, this person's gonna be the same person forever. This person's gonna want sex 4 times a week and whatever it is, whatever you're like enjoying initially in your relationship. So that denial and that doubt period is a time now when you realize that this person is not a superman, or she's not a superwoman that you thought they are. So now you'll start thinking if you made a wrong decision. Now we get to stage 3, which is the disillusion stage. Now you're disappointed. You're blaming each other. You're not the person that you were before. You lied to me. You tricked me. You cheated. You lied about who you are. Things like that. So people now start arguing more now. There's more arguments. There's less peace in the relationship, less peace in the home if you're living together. So in this disillusion phase, it's quite a very painful phase, because now you're blaming each other. You're blaming each other for everything which is going wrong in the relationship. And then now you find that, okay, I'm disillusioned, you lied. So I'm going to try and find happiness outside of this relationship. So what they do, some will cheat. Others will close up, and all of a sudden the person's not present in the relationship anymore. They're closing up and not communicating. Their bodies are there, but their minds are not there. They're spending more time in the office, spending more time with friends, spending more time with people away from you, because they're feeling disillusioned that you lied, that you kind of tricked them. And this is a very painful psychological period in a relationship, because now they're blaming each other in some relationships. They won't talk to each other. They won't sit down and say, guy, this is my situation, or girl, this is my situation. They're now avoiding each other. All of a sudden, he's not phoning you anymore. If he's not living with you, he's not phoning you. Then he's not sending you texts anymore. He's avoiding you. And when you ask him or you ask her, what's up, what's going on, then the person will tell you, no, I've been busy. I'm busy with work. I just need more time alone. Now that will tell you that this person is now doubting this relationship. This person is now really thinking if this relationship is right or wrong. Okay, so now if the couple are still together, they go to the next stage called the decision making stage. Now, with the decision making stage, it's about now them deciding if they're going to be together or not. Now that they're looking at all the positives and not the pros and the cons, the positives and the negatives of being with that person, they're now deciding if the relationship is going to go forward or they're going to stop. And now they're checking to see, like, what am I benefiting from this relationship? Although this person is not the person that was, I know, in the so-called honeymoon stage, this person still adds this value in my life. This is when they call it conditions are now being met. You're speaking to see if y'all are cohesive as a couple, you understand, at that time in the decision making stage. Looking to see if you still have lots of things in common. Is this person also wanting to have a career? Is this person also wanting to have the lifestyle that I want? Is this person still into the church, is the person into the sports, all the things that are, all my conditions are still being met. So this is the time where we decide together. This happens very subtly in a relationship. We don't really notice it, but people are now, we're looking at to see if we can stay together or not. This is decision making of the relationship, right? So now the next stage that we have now, if we pause the decision making and we've decided, well, we'll stay together no matter what, that this is it. This person provides everything, all my conditions are met. We're actually cohesive as a couple. Let's stay together. Okay? So now we have the stage now where we're into it wholeheartedly. This is a long-term thing now. I love this person. See, this is the time that we should be now really getting married if we want to get married. You see, people make a mistake by doing the marriage too quick sometimes, because people mature at different levels in relationships. I mean, and in their lives, they mature in different relationships. A guy that's 25 who's with a girl that's 25 is not necessarily on the same level of maturity, you see. And I do say that men tend to have a slower rate of maturity, especially when, like, for example, I did some research on teenagers, guys and girls when they were teenagers. I find that the girls were more matured than the guys, right? So by the time that girl is 18 years old, she's so much more mature than a counterpart guy who happens to be 18. You understand? So that is the reason why that people shouldn't rush in most cases. If you're not sure about a marriage or being committed, don't be taken away by the first stage of meeting the person and the honeymoon. Ooh, the sex is great. Ooh, the guy spends money on me and all those nice things. He's promised me all the world. You know what I mean? That's the first honeymoon stage of meeting a person. And that's when people say, bang, I'm now going to marry this person. And they don't get to a chance to mature to get to the last stage, which is now the bliss stage. Now you're deciding that this is it. We're going to be together now. I now accept you for who you are. This is a kind of like a marriage, it's a commitment. Okay? And remember that relationships don't necessarily need to end in a marriage. Depending on the couple, if they're deciding that they want marriage, yes, they can go ahead and do so. But then again, in this world now, in this time, most couples are now deciding, no, we're not going to marry, we'll live together, we'll have an agreement, a contract, a financial contract. You understand? People are now getting more wise in the sense that I don't have to go and marry a person. I can just commit with that person. If you want children, yes, we'll have children. If we don't want any children, we'll decide we don't want any children. So then that's where I will stop with this video, and I hope it's helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you.